Hello, friend. Welcome back to Couch Tales, Why We Do What We Do, the podcast where we dive into the funny, sometimes not so funny psychology of what makes us tick. I'm your host, Analia, and today we're unlocking a secret power you might not even realize you have. But before we dive in, just a reminder that this is not professional advice. Appreciation, the superpower that can transform relationships. No, really, it sounds simple, too simple, but science says showing appreciation is like relationship magic. Whether it's a brand new romance, the roller coaster of parenting a teenager, or a long-term relationship that's been through it all, appreciation makes everything better. And because we love a good story around here, I've got 3 tales of appreciation in action. Let's see how a little gratitude can make a huge difference. Story number 1. Meet Jack and Mia. They're in that adorable, heart-racing, can't-stop texting phase of a new relationship. One day, Jack picks up Mia for a date. He opens the car door for her and she melts. "Oh, you're such a gentleman." "Yeah, I just opened the door." See, Jack wasn't even thinking about it. He just did it. But because Mia noticed and appreciated it, he suddenly felt like a hero in a rom-com. And here's the thing. Science says that when people feel appreciated, they actually want to do more of the things that made you appreciate them in the first place. Translation, Jack, feeling like a champion, starts opening doors, bringing Mia little surprises, and paying extra attention to the things that make her happy. Not because he has to, but because it feels good to be appreciated. Psych fact, positive reinforcement isn't just for training dogs. When someone feels appreciated, their brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical, making them want to repeat that action. Lesson: appreciation turns bare minimum into maximum effort. Story number 2. Now let's talk about a different kind of relationship, moms and teenagers. Lisa is a mom of a 15-year-old Tyler, and their daily conversations go something like this. "How was school?" "Fine." "Anything exciting happened?" "No." "Cool." But one day, after a conversation with Lisa, I suggested an experiment. Instead of the usual questions, I suggested that she find one specific thing to appreciate about Tyler. So this was the plan in action. After dinner, she says, "Hey Tyler, I noticed you took out the trash without me asking today. That really helped me out. Thank you." Tyler blinks. Did his actual mother just say something nice instead of reminding him to clean his room? He's confused, but kind of pleased. The next day, Tyler takes out the trash again. By the end of the week, Lisa finds him doing dishes unprompted. Who is this child? Psych fact, the teenage brain is basically under construction, but even during the grunting years, appreciation activates the brain's reward system, making teens more likely to repeat good behaviors. More likely. So what's the lesson? Teenagers aren't immune to appreciation. They just need it in small, low-key doses, and preferably not in front of their friends. And finally, story number 3, meet Emily and Mark. They've been together for 10 years, which means they love each other, but they also had the same argument about the dishwasher at least 147 times. Mark says, "It's not that hard. You just rinse the dishes before you put them in." And Emily says, "That's literally what the dishwasher is supposed to do." And Mark replies, "Are we seriously doing this again?" Until one day, Emily tries something new based on a suggestion of mine. Instead of fighting about the dishes, she decided to appreciate something Mark does right. Emily says, "Hey, I noticed you fixed the leaky faucet. That was really awesome. Thank you." Mark, who usually only gets feedback when he forgets something, is shocked. Positive words about him? He stands a little taller. He feels a little more seen. And wouldn't you know it, the next day he loads the dishwasher without being asked. Psych fact, studies show that in long-term relationships, for every negative interaction, you need about 5 positive ones to keep the relationship strong. So what's the lesson? Appreciation makes people feel valued, which makes them want to give more to the relationship. So, is appreciation really a superpower? Absolutely! Whether it's romance, parenting, or long-term love, showing appreciation, number 1, strengthens relationships. Number 2, increases happiness. And number 3, encourages people to do more of what you love. And here's the kicker. Appreciation costs nothing, but has huge returns. Think about it. A little thank you turned a boyfriend into a rom-com hero, a teenager into a responsible human, mostly, and a decade-old marriage into a functional dishwasher situation. All right, that's it for today's episode of Couch Tales, Why We Do What We Do. I'm your host, Analia. If you like this episode, take a moment to follow, subscribe, and share it with someone who deserves a little appreciation today. What's the best thank you you've ever received or given? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, friend, stay curious, stay kind, and go tell someone they're awesome today.